It is easy to position a satellite antenna with 100% accuracy if you use the correct measuring device. The SPAROS 711 Touch by SPAUN is new on the market and is the ideal measuring device for professionals and beginners alike. It can be used in a fully intuitive way. The measuring device is available in 3 versions: Premium, Standard and Light. The SPAROS 711 Touch can be used not only for satellite signals in DVB-S or S2, but also copes with the forms of modulation for both cable and digital terrestrial television. It can also be upgraded for DVB-C2. The measurement readings can be displayed on the colored 10-inch LCD touchscreen at the same time as the spectrum and the live picture. You will have all measurement readings available at a glance. The level C2N, the bit error rate before and after correction, lost data packages, and the modulation error rate MER. The link margin LKM system reserve is also shown in the measurement readings. The auto lock function is very useful. It checks the correct symbol rate and form of modulation of the measuring device. First of all, an auto scan can be carried out. TV programs can be found depending on the search parameters that have been set. Once the search has been completed, all the frequencies found by the device can be saved and then used for a measurement. The use of the SPAROS 711 Touch has been very carefully thought out, as can also be seen on the so-called home screen. This provides an excellent overview of the ways in which the device can be used, presented in a logical manner. Let's take a closer look at the different features one after another. As already indicated, you start with the auto set function in order to carry out a search for satellite, cable or terrestrial programs. This will cover all standards worldwide. Thus for cable or DVB-T, the bandwidths between 5 and 8 MHz can be selected for the various countries. A large number of frequencies have been deposited in the library, for example for Astra, Hotbird, Turksat and many others. A total of 1,000 program slots is available and can be divided individually into banks of 50 slots. Under the menu point CheckSat, you can test the signal of a specific transponder quickly and easily when positioning the antenna. It's not necessary to feed in any data. They're already deposited in the measuring device. You need only select the orbit position for which you wish to position the antenna. If you select double, 8 transponders are checked from 2 different satellites. This function is very helpful when using monoblock LNBs. You can also search using NIT, the Network Information Table. The graphic representation of the signal in a spectrum is very helpful when searching for the perfect signal or for possible faults. You can either examine the complete bandwidth of the signal or just a specific section. The various preset resolutions also permit you to examine the signal individually. Further settings are possible in the Expert mode, which is available in the 2 models 711 Touch Standard and 711 Touch Premium, both for terrestrial signals and for the SAT-IF range. The representation is very rapid, almost in real time. On the home screen you will also find the menu point Configuration. Here the basic settings are carried out, from language to measurement unit or frequency plan to the saving of the data in different formats. The parameters for the plugged-in LNBs are determined with the LNB DISEC. Even the remote input terminal voltage is taken into account. For a DVB-T antenna, for example, this is 5 volt. SCR applications are also possible. Here the necessary frequencies can be entered directly or determined via the search function. Under Constellation, you will find a diagram which represents graphically the digital signals that have been received over a specific period of time. Defined points in corresponding quadrants will appear in the diagram if the signal has been clearly recognized, ideally in the middle. In the case of transmission faults, the dots will be distributed around the middle. The density of the dots is shown by means of different colors. The data are clearly shown. There's also a zoom function. Under the menu point Impulse Response, DVB-T signals are read in and the antenna is then placed in the optimal position. The measurement plan function is very useful for documentation. The measuring device scans all frequencies of the currently selected memory bank. The result can be stored in the individual memory of the device, and the file can be given its own name. The modulation error rate for cable and terrestrial signals is clearly presented under MER or support function. This enables interference factors to be recognized quickly. Further optional functions for the SPAROS 711 Touch by SPAUN are GPS and measurement function for Wi-Fi or optical performance. The measuring device has numerous connection ports. On the right-hand side, you will find the connection for the mains adapter so that you can charge the battery, as well as the on-off switch and an option for connection to a network via LAN. The picture can be transmitted with 720p via HDMI. Additional connection ports include a mini USB and a USB 2.0 port. This is also where the signal, for example from satellite antenna, is received. On the left-hand side of the measuring device, in addition to an RZ interface, there's also a slot for cards so that even encrypted signals can be shown on the screen of the SPAROS. Like all other SPAUN products, the measuring device is of outstanding quality and is supplied in a stable transport case. The water-repellent protective case also shields the appliance from adverse weather conditions. The measuring device is also supplied with a variety of antenna plugs and, of course, the mains lead and charger. The high-performance lithium-ion battery has an operating time of up to 4 hours. The SPAROS 711 Touch by SPAUN is the ideal measuring device for both professionals and beginners. It's available in specialist stores and costs from €3,935. However, SPAUN regularly offers demonstration meters at reduced prices with full factory warranty.